to my channel. So today's video I wanted to talk about my reading journal. Before we get into this video, let us address the elephant in the room, and the elephant is that I got a haircut. As you can tell in these photos, my hair was really long. It's like down to here, and I cut about 5 inches of it off. I really like it. It's a lot of weight lifted off, and I don't know, I just think it's cute and short, and I really like it, and I have no regrets for it. So anyways, so what is a reading journal, you may ask? And a reading journal is basically just a journal that helps you keep track of the books you read and just like what you read in general. So yeah, it's just like a plain journal, or it could be a decorated journal or something you get off of like Amazon or anything. What I have is just a plain journal, as you will see, and yeah, I really like it. It helps me keep track and keep organized for all the books that I read, and especially since I'm a booktuber, and I feel like it really helps with just getting organized and talking about the books I read and everything like that. And I feel like reading journals are really helpful to just get organized, and it also inspires you to read more, which is always fun. I know you could have a Goodreads account, which I do have a Goodreads account, so if you want to follow, link in the description, but I feel like Goodreads also, like, sometimes I notice that they delete my ratings of a book, and it gets frustrating, especially when I'm trying to do like a reading wrap up of everything I read in a year or half a year, and I don't remember what I rated something, and then I can't rely on Goodreads to tell me that. So although I do like Goodreads, I feel like having a reading journal just really helps. But before we get into what my reading journal looks like, I'd like to put a little disclaimer. It does not look very aesthetic. And I am more of an aesthetic person, you know, as you can tell. So it does kind of frustrate me, but at the same time, I like it, that it's not very aesthetic looking, because I don't have to worry about having different aesthetics in my reading journal and keeping to a specific aesthetic. I really like the cottagecore, dark academia, spooky vibe of just, that's basically my aesthetic, but I don't know, like, it's just hard to keep to one thing for me, especially since I'm a Gemini. And this reading journal also is not really filled out that much, mainly because I just started it. I have kept a reading journal I started it in July or June of last year, because my mom bought me for my birthday a reading journal, reading tracker, and yeah, so I really enjoyed keeping it, but then I changed it into this one that I have now. That's just a plain journal, and I really like it now, but that's why it's not really filled out. I've only had it for 3 months, so yeah, okay. So this is my journal. It is a big boy. It's by Designworks Inc., and it has, I believe, 200 lined pages in it. And yeah, I'm going to do a little overlay right now and a flip through, so I'm just gonna flip through and like talk about it. So, okay. The first page is the first couple pages actually is my 2020 reads. So this is what my reading journal would look like if it was completed, I guess, of this section. And it just it's a numbered list of how many books I read each month and what I read, and they're color-coded based on what my ratings are. So I'll just kind of briefly explain the color coding. 1 star, I color it red. 2 stars, orange. 3 stars, yellow. 4 stars, green. 5 stars, pink. And I really like this, not only because it's like a pop of color, but it also tells me, hey, what did I think of this book? What did I rate it? And then beside all the books, I guess, there's highlighted a bright yellow star next to them with numbers, and that's just the Goodreads average rating. I do like to compare the Goodreads average to my rating, because I think it's just fun. And then I also have like blue stars next to some of the books, and that just shows that it was my top favorite of the year. On the side of the first page, I have my stats, which we don't need to really go over because that's kind of boring, but yeah. Alright, and then I have my 2021 reads so far. Yeah, I like it. And then I have a couple of pages that are blank for 2021. And then I have my 2021 stats, which I'm starting to tally mark instead of like counting it all at the end of the year, because I feel like that's just so like tedious to wait till the end of the year to like count all of my stats. So I'm just doing it throughout the year. Next page, I have this thing that I like to do since I have 400 plus books that are on my bookshelves /TBR. I decided to make a little list of how long have they been on my shelves, and this is just showing me like how long have these books that I read been on my shelves. So I have like the Twilight Saga that's been on my shelves for about 5 years. Yeah. Ice Cold 4 months, Red, White, and Royal Blue about 9 months, and yeah. I have that also for the 2020 reads. And I don't know, I just really like it. Okay, the next page is actually something I haven't started yet, but I want to. It is a reading tracker for 2021, and it's just what I plan is to write how many pages I read in that day. Doesn't even have to be like different for different books. It's just gonna be like just how many pages, because I'm curious and I want to know my average. So yeah, I'm gonna start this in April and work my way till December. And then I have a bunch of like blank pages that, you know, is just blank. So the next page is my book series page, and I just like to keep track of what series I'm on. So as you can see, I'm in the middle of Harry Potter. I finished Throne of Glass and I'm almost done with Twilight. I have read the Summer I Turned Pretty series before in 2019 before I started this booktube channel, but I also kind of was doing booktube a little bit that was when I started this channel, and boy did I not know what I was gonna do with this channel. But yeah, I just forgot what I rated it, so I'm going to leave that blank. And then the next couple of pages are my hauls and unhauls of 2021 between quarters. So I have like well, I'll be making videos for this, so the first video will go out sometime in April. And it's just showing, like, I want to see, like, how many books I hauled versus how many books I unhauled. And I feel like it'd really help to just keep track of all that, because I do haul a lot instead of unhaul, which I should change. Okay. Next couple of pages is my TBR. So I have my August and September TBR of 2020, October and November TBR of 2020, winter TBR of 2020, and my spring TBR of 2021. And beside these, I have my goal of the books that I want to read, and then the actual amount of books I read on that TBR, just to show that maybe I should read more on my TBR than more of a mood reading thing. And then I also have my Hoopla TBR, which I don't think I showed in the overlay because I completely forgot about this, but I do have the Hoopla app, which is basically an app where it allows you to borrow books from your library electronically. You can borrow books, you can borrow audiobooks, you can borrow comics. I believe you can borrow movies and TV shows as well. And it gives you a certain amount of borrows you're allowed for every month. So I just have like a whole bunch, because it's me, honestly. I just like to like the books and favorite them so I can read them later on. And I have my books and audiobooks separated. Okay, and then I have a whole bunch of blank pages. And then towards the end of the book, I do have my Goodreads ratings. So I write down what the title is, who they're by, when I read it, and basically this is my reviews that I wrote on Goodreads. And since I don't really trust Goodreads to keep those reviews, I decided to just write them down in this book. So yeah, so I have like Arena by Holly Jennings, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, Marked by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, The Replacement by Brenna Yuvanoff, Safe Haven by Nicholas Sparks, Leaving Paradise by Simone L. Kelly's, Pet Cemetery by Stephen King, Himself by Jess Kidd, The Mavericks Holiday Surprise by Karen Rose Smith, Touched by Angels by Debbie Macomber. Yes, okay. Christmas to Remember by Lisa Claypass, Lorraine Heath, Megan Frampton, and Vivian Lorette. Runes Plain Simple, The Only Book You'll Ever Need by Kim Farnell, The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas, The More Mavericks the Merrier by Brenda Harlan, The Duke and I by Julia Quinn, Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, The Reef by Nora Roberts, The Captain's Courtesan by Lucy Ashford, and Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. And I plan on just filling this out completely, based on just what I read. So that was my reading journal, a little flip through. Yeah, I'm probably going to make like a flip through of my reading journal when it's filled out completely, but I'm just going to make it like more of like, I'm not going to be talking and I'm just going to do a little flip through with some chill music in the background. But other than that, yeah, that's it. So since you guys might be curious, I do keep my reading journal next to all the books that I read for a month, which I will show you a little overlay as well. Yeah, and I feel like it's good to keep them all together. Yeah, Anyways, so yeah, that's my reading journal. Hope it inspired you to create your own, or, you know, put some other stuff in your own reading journal. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you have a reading journal, or if what else I should put in my reading journal. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to know. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you would like. And if you would like as well, you can subscribe. I post bookish related content every Thursday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.